Archeng123, I'm going to speak in defense of Philip, aka Adam, aka Jehovah Loves You, and try to point out with a little clarity here of what I believe happened to him. I believe he really did in fact grow up one of Jehovah's Witnesses, and I do believe that his whole social identity was wrapped up in that religion by force, and I believe when he got disfellowshipped, he realized that he lost something that he needed, which was his social identity, and began searching for a new identity, having great difficulty, not being able to find his place in life where he actually fits in. I believe he's still searching for that identity. I believe he's like a person who's lost his spirit, his personality, and he's trying to regain it, trying to find it, realizing that no matter how many hoops he jumps through with the Watchtower Society, he's never going to be accepted in that community again. And I feel there is a subconscious longing to want to fit back in, but a resignation to the fact he never will fit back in, because he's never going to lose the feeling that he brought reproach against Jehovah's organization. I don't really believe that Philip deep down believes the Watchtower Society is wrong. I think he sees glimmers of the possibility that it is forcing people to remain members. It's forcing people to shun others. It's forcing people to stereotype others. I think he's seeing glimmers of that. I think he sees the YouTube community of former Jehovah's Witnesses as a possibility where he may regain an identity, but is reluctant to pursue that course, especially when he's met with hostility from certain former members of the Watchtower Society here on YouTube. That's why I have been trying to deal with him as an individual that I feel is in search of something very important, a real identity. And I believe this loss of identity, this false identity that Jehovah's Witnesses grow up with as children on, is something that causes all these types of disorders. Multiple personality disorder, bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder. I think all of these disorders that these folks are contending with can be summed up, in many cases, with a person who has never developed a true identity within himself. And I believe we should all try to help Philip to find his identity and not condemn him, not accuse him of being anything that we really don't know if he is or not, a phony or whatever other things. And as far as people calling me a backstabbing liar like Banana Graveyard and Akashifer and whoever else wants to do it, whether behind YouTube screen names and troll accounts or whatever, let me point out something to you. You really ought to seek out your own identity and who you really are, because you know something? I'm not angry with anybody. I'm not angry with life. I'm not angry with God. I'm not angry with the Watchtower Society. I seek to bring it to ruination, but I seek to do it through intelligent ways, through reasoning with people, not through going and blowing holes in the side of the Watchtower, not in condemning anybody who's not a part of the vast apostate army, not in condemning Jehovah's Witnesses themselves, but in simple reasoning with them, trying to help them see where they're being misled by a group who does rob people's identities. It builds up a false identity among people who are in this community, this society, and then it allows them to crash and burn when they don't live up to the requirements of the Watchtower Society that they claim are God's requirements. So I hope this has been helpful in shedding a little insight from my take on all of this, which can be all wrong. I'll take my chances. Ciao.